Philippines Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro says no country, big or small, is exempt from raising defense spending and building his own national defense. He was echoing his U.S. counterpart Pete Hegseth, who, I quote, demanded that U.S. partners and allies spend 3.5% of their GDP on defense. CNA's senior correspondent Leong spoke to Mr. Teodoro on Washington's demands and the recently concluded Balikatan exercise.
It is an imperative of all countries to increase their defense spending, which is why I also wanted to react to what smaller countries can do. There is no one country that is exempt from building your own national defense. Because even for ASEAN, if our own individual capabilities are not matured, are not evolving, such as Singapore's, which is consistently evolving, and Indonesia, which makes major investments in their defense capability upgrades, how can we, as a bloc, protect ourselves?
Picking up on your point on defense spending, do you think 3.5% spending on defense is attainable for countries in ASEAN?
It may be difficult, admittedly, because of the structure of our economies. It is particularly difficult for agricultural economies. For industrial economies, it's much easier because they have much bigger revenue flows. And normally, they have more mature defense systems because it is a logical offshoot of their industrial conditions. However, the 2.5% or 3.5 actually is what is being touted right now, is relative based on the total capacity of your own economy. But all defense ministers are unanimous, not only how to increase the capabilities, not necessarily the number of capabilities they have, but its deterrence, the deterrent force that can be shaped behind these capabilities, and also how fast we can push this through two things: the industrial cycle and the political systems. To get the budgets through, to get it churning, it takes time, and that time window has to close. If not, we will be outpaced by technology. We already are, and to catch up is very, very difficult.
Can I touch on the recently concluded Balikatan exercise, which is the largest ever, very crowded? Do you think this is going to be a key feature moving forward, the scale, the participation, and what do you think the implications would be on the Indo-Pacific?
Well, the implications will be for us that we will be more resilient and more deterrent. The Republic of the Philippines. This is a Republic of the Philippines initiative, first and foremost, with our treaty partner and with our visiting forces partners. So for us, for Japan, we perceive, of course, because there are incursions into our territory on both the East Sea and the South China Sea, and it is active, it is daily. It is a daily reality for us, so we need to do what we need to do to protect ourselves. So for the Philippines, it definitely adds to our resilience, and it adds to our ability to work on our legal victories, to secure our exclusive economic zone for future generations, and to make sure that also behind this partnership on the eastern side, we also celebrate the fact that the Philippines, as much as it is an ASEAN nation, is also an Indo-Polynesian nation. We are Pacific Islanders too, as much as we are Asians. And in this endeavor, we are going closer to our Pacific neighbors.
Are there any concerns that the Balikatan exercise in scale, for instance, could be misunderstood or misread by certain partners? And what do you think you can do to ensure that this is not misunderstood?
Well, firstly, the exercises are public. of course, except for certain operationally secure matters. The purpose is stated, that is for the mutual defense of the Philippines and its treaty partners. So, if ever there are those with concerns, I believe that these are people who have designs against the Philippines. It should not concern anybody without any design against the Philippines. And there is only one country which voices concern, none other. It's only China.
And have you been able to help China understand this point of view from the Philippines?
I think it is not our obligation to help China understand. Our obligation, first and foremost, are to the Filipino people we are sworn to defend. And China it is not really worth our time to explain a situation to a country with preconceived designs, not only ideas, but designs against the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines.
Can I ask you to define designs?
Well, the 9-dash line, for one, that is a design to occupy, if not all, most of the West Philippine Sea portion of the South China Sea. And that is a part of their claim which we cannot abide by.
Can I touch on the recent...
If they had no design on that, why keep it there? And why occupy mischief reef? Why exclude Filipinos fishermen from Scarborough Shoal? And why be 800 kilometers away from your own coastline